They don't let you film this part of the pyramids. Millions of tourists visit Egypt every year, cameras ready to capture the iconic majesty of the Great Pyramids of Giza, those towering testaments to human genius and mystery. Few people are aware, though, that a great deal of what is hidden beneath and beyond those enormous stones is still unknown. The majority of tourists are unaware that there are parts of the pyramids that are off limits to filming or even entering. Why? Historical preservation, mysterious phenomena, and findings that contradict our preconceived notions about ancient Egypt are all part of the solution. There is a secret system of rooms, locked tunnels, and enigmatic anomalies beneath the tourist routes that archaeologists and officials hardly ever talk about in public. Some of the most intriguing secrets in history can be found in these restricted areas. Whether it's the mysterious shafts in the Great Pyramid or the underground maze that is said to extend beneath the Sphinx, what precisely are they concealing then? Let's explore the 7 secret reasons why recording is prohibited, as well as the astounding realities concealed within Egypt's most well-known wonder. Let's watch. 1. The secret rooms. The Great Pyramid's base. For ages, experts have been captivated by the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the most well-known pyramid in Egypt. However, the surface is just a small portion of its actual structure. Its gleaming limestone foundation conceals an extensive subterranean network that is closed to the public and cameras. Tunnels, underground chambers, and even shafts filled with water that seem to go deeper into the bedrock were all described by early explorers. Cosmic ray scanning and other cutting-edge technologies have recently uncovered secret chambers and voids that have not yet been physically explored. In order to preserve the integrity of the site and avoid conjecture before official studies are finished, Egyptian officials have prohibited filming in these regions. Nonetheless, a lot of people think that these rooms might hold lost manuscripts, burial items, or even proof that the pyramid was used for purposes other than as a royal tomb. Whatever is underneath is still one of archaeology's best-kept secrets. 2. The enigmatizing shafts that lead to nothing. Narrow shafts, barely larger than a human shoulder, are cut with unfathomable accuracy inside the Great Pyramid. Egyptologists thought they were ventilation shafts for decades, but when robotic cameras placed inside found that these tubes stopped suddenly, frequently with metal handles or shut doors, that notion started to fall apart. The Queen's Chamber shaft, where a small robotic explorer discovered an enigmatic stone door with copper fittings in 2002, is among the most well-known of them. Years later, a second robot found yet another door beyond it, which raised more questions than it did answers. Egyptian officials, who have complete control over all material through the Antiquities Ministry, have severely restricted the amount of filming that has been done throughout these explorations. While some argue that the secrecy preserves the nation's cultural legacy, others worry that these shafts may be hiding something much more important, such hieroglyphs or relics that might change our perception of how pyramids were built. For whatever reason, the entire video has never been made public. 3. The prohibited zone near the Sphinx. Myths of secret passageways and forgotten libraries beneath the Great Sphinx's enormous paws have long encircled this majestic structure, which stands proudly close to the pyramids. Ancient stories, such as those of Herodotus and Arab historians, claim that there is a Hall of Records, a legendary room that is said to hold the wisdom of extinct societies. Global excitement was generated in the 1990s when a number of ground-penetrating radar surveys purportedly found cavities beneath the Sphinx's perimeter. But shortly after, all excavation and filming in the region was abruptly stopped by Egyptian officials. Critics aren't persuaded, despite the monument's official justification, that the closure is necessary to save its delicate structure. Many people think the lower body of the Sphinx conceals passageways that lead to hidden chambers. Although locked doorways beneath the monument can be seen in a few leaked pictures, no formal explanations have ever been provided. Whether it is true or not, this region is still one of Egypt's most restricted areas, and no camera has been permitted to show what is underneath. 4. The labyrinth lost Saqqara, a huge necropolis located just south of Giza, was originally the final resting place of Egypt's first pharaohs. A labyrinthine edifice buried deep beneath the dunes, however, is described in local folklore in early explorer accounts as something much more amazing. It is claimed to include thousands of chambers filled with hieroglyphs and ancient engineering secrets. Although he was unable to completely document it, British archaeologist Flinders Petrie mentioned finding portions of this underground complex in 1888. Access to this site has been severely limited in the current era. Officials have prohibited drone flights, photography, and recording for conservation reasons, but limited ground scans and satellite data suggest that there is something enormous hidden beneath Saqqara's step pyramid. Some think it might be the fabled lost labyrinth that Greek historians spoke of, a location so enormous that it was claimed to overshadow the pyramids themselves. Silence and sand keep the secret buried. 5. The oddities no one can interpret. Scientists have examined the internal structure of the pyramids over the past few decades using sophisticated instruments, including muon tomography and infrared thermography. The outcomes have been astounding. The Great Pyramid's stones include a number of temperature anomalies, with some blocks appearing noticeably hotter than others. The existence of concealed voids, air pockets, or even active energy sources deep within may be indicated by these heat signatures. Despite acknowledging these irregularities, Egyptian authorities have limited the public's ability to watch the probes on camera. Given their exact alignment with the Earth's magnetic and cosmic grids, some academics hypothesize that the pyramids may have been built to capture or channel natural energy. The unexplained data continues to support alternative theories, which question whether the pyramids serve purposes far beyond tombs, despite orthodox archaeology's insistence on a solely funerary explanation. However, the strongest evidence is still concealed by sealed reports and no filming signs. 6. The hidden repair work hidden from the public. When visiting the Giza Plateau, visitors frequently see that some parts are temporarily restricted for restoration, roped off, or guarded. Although it is partially true the pyramids need to be stabilized all the time, insiders claim that some of these restoration initiatives have turned up information that hasn't been made public. Unmarked tunnels, sealed doorways, and inscriptions that surfaced during repairs but were quickly covered again have been discreetly discussed by workers and local guides. It is extremely forbidden to film in these areas, and guards make sure that no one records unauthorized material. To stop false interpretations from spreading, the Egyptian government controls all archaeological media, but this secrecy just heightens the curiosity. According to some independent researchers, findings that contradict conventional dates or pose contentious issues are purposefully kept secret. What is discovered during these repairs, whether for preservation, politics, or protection, may be significantly more illuminating than has been previously reported. 7. Preserving the mystery, the influence of confidentiality. Lastly, the role of mystery itself cannot be overlooked. The pyramids are representations of eternal mystery rather than merely monuments. Egypt's economy is largely dependent on tourism, and the sense of wonder and the notion that certain mysteries are still undiscovered are among the factors that attract millions of visitors each year. This attraction is maintained by limiting access and filming, giving the pyramids a sense of both accessibility and inaccessibility. Beyond the marketing rationale, however, there is also the indisputable reality that these historic structures are fragile. Archaeological work can be disrupted and limestone damaged by cameras, drones, and significant foot traffic. Therefore, concealment guarantees protection even as it feeds rumors. The Ministry of Antiquities in Egypt must strike a careful balance between making discoveries public and preserving the revered atmosphere of its ancient past. The most intriguing features of the pyramids are still obscured from view, whether this is due to straightforward preservation or something much more enigmatic. Final thoughts. In addition to being historic tombs, the pyramids of Giza are living riddles made of stone that contain mysteries that even our most sophisticated technology is still unable to solve. Every limited location seems to allude to a greater story that is just waiting to be discovered, from barred tunnels to mysterious energy readings. Maybe the reality contradicts everything we've been taught about human history, or maybe the Egyptian government is just concealing brittle ruins. Clearly, not everything is designed with cameras in mind. As fiercely as they have resisted the passage of time, the pyramids defend their secrets, serving as a reminder that certain wonders must endure in an era of limitless knowledge. Remember this the next time you're in Giza. The portions of the pyramids that you can't shoot are actually the most amazing. Let us know in the comments what you think about they don't let you film this part of the pyramids. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.